Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 876. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's going on, everyone?
What's up, Connor?
Hello.
So, we did a microcast before, me and Chris, but we're going to talk about it here, too. So, tell us about Godzilla.
Yeah, so in I believe it was a press release today, released by Legendary Pictures, they confirmed a couple of things for their upcoming lineup of movies. They confirmed the title for Godzilla 2 is going to be Godzilla King of Monsters, and the new title for Pacific Rim Maelstrom is now Pacific Rim Uprising. So I'm on board with both of those titles. At first, I was kind of unhappy that they changed the Pacific Rim one because I liked Pacific Rim Maelstrom. But to be honest with you,
Yeah, I like
Pacific
that.
Rim Uprising, I think knowing what we know about the plot, it actually does make more sense. So.
Okay. That sounds, I mean, it sounds better, I mean, because what's going to happen. So, now Godzilla, wasn't the original Godzilla King of the Monsters, or no? Was it called,
The original Japanese Godzilla was called Gojira. When it came to the United States, they called it Godzilla the King of Monsters.
Okay,
Or
right,
King
that's
of
what I'm
the
talking about.
Monsters,
Okay.
yeah.
This is basically Godzilla 2, King of Monsters. Yeah. And that's going to stand?
No 2. There's no 2 in the title. It's just Godzilla King of Monsters.
Okay. So Godzilla King of Monsters, and Mothra and Ghidorah, right?
And Rodan.
Okay. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, you think it's too many, or is
Rodan
on Godzilla's side?
Nobody's on anybody's side in this movie, apparently.
They're just fighting everybody.
As far as I'm thinking that this is what's going to happen, is that there's not necessarily going to be sides. It's just going to be, what I think is going to happen is Rodan's going to wake up because of what happened in 2014, along with Mothra. And then they're going to have some sort of connection. Their species is going to have some sort of connection. And then whatever they do is going to cause Godzilla to appear and try to stop them. And then somehow along the line, Ghidorah is going to show up. And they're all going to have to fight him because he's, of course, Ghidorah. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. They could go 100 different ways with this. I was kind of hoping that maybe it would just be Mothra in the next one, because I think she's a big enough character to carry like the role of the antagonist monster, if you want to say that, in a movie. And then in Godzilla 3, do Rodan because he's really easy, and Ghidorah. But
Godzilla 3 is Godzilla vs.
Yeah,
Kong.
they're not doing Godzilla 3. So yeah, they're doing Godzilla vs. Kong. So
Right.
I'm assuming that we're going to see all 3 in the next movie, which makes me worry because they're going to have to oversimplify Mothra and Ghidorah, or this movie is going to be like 3.5 hours long. And I really don't want a 3.5 hour long Godzilla movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah. What about you, Connor? You into Godzilla?
I like the Gareth Edwards one.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there was not that much Godzilla, which was a bit of a shame. But
I know what you said.
Yeah, King of Monsters sounds like a good title.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway,
Pretty strong
that title, yeah.
Now I know that they just got a new writer or writers for the movie, because Edwards, obviously he left. He's not directing it. The writers that they got worked on Trick or Treat and what was it, Krampus, whatever the hell that movie was.
Yeah, Krampus, yeah.
Yeah. Now I saw both of those movies and I liked both of them.
Yes.
What makes me kind of happy that they're working on this, I looked at their body of work and there's really nothing that I don't like from them. Like the stuff that the worst thing that I saw on there was one of them worked on Superman Returns. And that it wasn't hate that movie. It's a little boring, but I don't hate it. But the other thing that makes me really happy that they're working on it is
Right.
the creature designs in both Trick or Treat and Krampus were really good. I
Yeah.
liked what they did. So I'm hoping maybe because we already know what Godzilla looks like, so they're not going to change him much. But with Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah, especially Ghidorah, I really hope they do something creative because I really like so far all the designs that Legendary has done with every kaiju, including those in Pacific Rim and Kong. So I'm hoping that we see something really good with Ghidorah, and of course with Rodan and Mothra. But specifically Ghidorah, because he's always been a really kind of creative monster idea. So I'm hoping that they do something really, really different with him, but keep the things that make him Ghidorah.
Right. Well, I have a question. What is the relationship now between Legendary and Toho?
As far as I know, it's very.
I mean, we're going to be doing more than 3 Godzilla movies. I mean, we're allowed to do.
No.
No.
They're after Godzilla versus Kong, I believe that's it.
No more?
As far as I know, yeah.
Oh my
now,
God.
of course, if Godzilla versus Kong goes through the roof and it makes, a huge amount of money, then Toho could say, "Hey, here's Gigan, make a movie with him and Godzilla." I mean, they could do whatever they want.
I thought it was just left in Legendary's hands to do as many movies as they want.
Oh no, Toho still has a very, very high control over this this franchise. They would never let anybody get control of Godzilla like completely. Like they'll let you make movies, and then they're like, okay, but this is our character. Remember that. But like I know that they are very, very, very controlling over certain things. Like I know for a fact that one time there was a comic book writer who wanted to do a comic book where Mothra was going to be like the villain, like an actual villain, not like, oh, you can interpret her that way. No, she was going to be an actual villain. And they were like, you are absolutely not allowed to do that. If you do that, we're taking the license back. And they were like adamant about this. Like if you even attempt to do that, you're done. So I know that their relationship with Legendary is very good because of how well 2014 did, and they were very impressed with how they did the character because they felt that the character in 2014 for Godzilla was something that they liked. However, I don't know what their plan is with Shin Gojira, so I really don't think it's going to affect the Legendary movies because why not have 2 franchises going and you make like basically double the money you were going to make. But do something in Godzilla 2 or Godzilla vs. Kong where they're like, whoa, that's not what we like. That's probably it. But if they do something that they really like, then they'll say, okay, yeah, you could make more. But as far as I know right now, the plan is to stop after Godzilla vs. Kong.
See, I wish that type of control was with Marvel, where if somebody was screwing up the comic characters, like, oh, we're going to make Captain America a Hydra Nazi or something, they're like, no, you'll never be able to do a comic. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, people do whatever they want now. So it's not good.
Well, now,
they break the rules.
With Toho, I know now, at least this is the way it seems like they're willing to do more with Godzilla than they were in the past. Because as far as I know, in the past, if someone would have tried to pitch Shin Gojira the way it was to Toho, they would have been like, no, However, looking at the way that movie turned out, it seems to me like Toho is on this path of, yeah, Legendary's doing their Godzilla, but we're going to do one that's so different and we're going to make ours, quote unquote, better.
Right.
That seems to be the mentality.
I'm fine with that. I'm happy that they'll do one and they'll do one.
Yeah.
as long as Legendary gets you keep doing it. I mean, I really thought there was going to be more than 3 movies, so that I'm kind of disappointed in that. But I mean, I'm sure something will be worked out. I hope, because I don't want to see Godzilla vanish from the screen for a while.
Wouldn't be the first time, to tell you the truth.
I know. So, besides that, besides Pacific Rim, this DC thing is unnerving to me. Last night, Megan Fox as and Emily Blunt, you're saying, as Catwoman?
Well, I heard that was just a rumor that I heard. I don't have anything to back that up with, but that was a rumor that I heard that she's possibly being looked at for Catwoman.
Now, the way Ben Affleck's talking, I mean, he has no time limit with the Batman movie. He's just.
Well, there was an article that actually just came out that said, if I remember correctly, and I'm trying to find the article here, it sounded like they were going to start production next year. So possibly we would get that movie in 2018.
Now, is this that movie he's talking about where every freaking villain is in it? Like he's fighting at once? Or
as far as I know, that has been completely disproven. There is no script yet. They're not ready to do anything yet, as far as I know. That was from Ben Affleck a couple of weeks ago. He said that there's nothing ready for this movie yet. There's no title. There's no. I mean, I'm sure they've pitched something to get this moving, but we don't know what that is. So I doubt it's going to be every villain. I really do. Who knows though? I mean,
is this a prequel or is this
not Deadshot? Deathstroke is supposed to be in it.
Or is this like current times?
I'm assuming it's going to be a prequel.
Okay. To Batman or Superman and all that?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be something. Maybe I don't think it's going to lead into Batman versus Superman. I think it's going to be really early, because we know that Batman stopped being Batman for a while before Batman versus Superman. So I don't know.
So could this be the thing that causes him to stop being Batman for a while?
It could be.
Joker, obviously, in the Batman movie, right?
What was that?
No Joker in the movie, possibly. Joker again.
I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up, but who knows?
I mean, is everybody like his Joker, or they're not happy with his Joker?
I didn't like his Joker, but I can't speak for anybody else.
I'm talking Warner Brothers.
I don't know.
I've seen mixed reactions. What do you think of all this? I know you're not a superhero guy, but Batman you love. So what are your thoughts on Batman? Connor? No? Can't hear you, Connor. Chris?
Yeah.
You can hear me. Connor, can you hear me? Nobody can hear me? Oh, really? See, that's what I'm talking about. Schmoogle. Schmoogle, 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 schmoogle. Every freaking time we do it on Google, it's like,
Indeed.
Like slow motions are like that. Where are you, Con? You hear me, Connor? This is why we do Zoom, people. Every single time. This is what happens. We got the whole damn podcast recorded. Can't even hear me. Take care. Bye for now.